Hi there, folks. This is Tenacious Earl, and I will be carrying out at least the first quarter or so of this game. It's going to be between Oakland and Kansas City. This is in the Ninacious Football League. I started this many moons ago, and I've been kind of like slowly working my way through each of these games, and I feel like each week has been a little bit more of a learning process, but just trying to kind of like come up to speed with certain aspects of play calling and personnel and all this stuff, and I'm still working on it. So um, I haven't filled out my score sheet yet, and by score sheet I just mean I keep stats kind of like old fashioned with pen and paper here in these games. Basically, the way I do it is I just do a running log of every play, and then at the end of each quarter I will tabulate stuff, or at the end of each half, one or the other. Because in second season, which is the game we're using here, that's you have to kind of keep track of things because there's player usage type stuff, and I figured I would go ahead and put up the standings right there while I'm kind of filling this out, because this is kind of boring probably. But so yeah, Oakland, you're seeing the top team currently in the league, 4-0 record. They have had one bye. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are at 3-2, and they have an extra game played, so that will be a little bit of a hampering to them as far as like getting back into this. They're already 2 losses behind the Raiders. Tennessee is 4-1. The Panthers are 2-1. So that's one of the things with this season that I've set up, is that there can be some rather stark differences in games played. So you just have to take that for what it's worth. Now, I'm still kind of filling this out. So the only thing I haven't done is the play calling stats here. So -2 and plus, so -1. So those are just numbers that are generated, which help to when you call plays for the game. It's based off of each team's offensive and defensive tendencies, so that you're calling plays hopefully in a rather similar manner to what the teams would. So we have Oakland and Kansas City. The way that I do a kickoff is, so the black die is always the first number, the white is always the second. So in this case, black will be away, white will be home. The higher number wins the toss, and they will end up kicking off, because almost every NFL game anymore, the team who wins the toss defers to the second half, which invariably means they will kick off. So that means that Oakland wins the toss, and so they will be kicking. Someone might argue that in this game, because there's no wind factors or anything like that, that there may not be any advantage to deferring. I know that some team, well, what a team would like to do is finish out the first half with points scored, and then come out in the second half and receive the kick. So that's kind of what we simulate here. So Oakland will kick. Just a second, I got to get into my. This is a tough one. This is a tough game to put on the channel here, so you're just going to have to bear with me. So at 15 minutes, kickoff, Oakland, and it'll be Janikowski. And so we're using... Hi, Mark Russell. I just see your comment there. We're using this chart here for the kickoffs. Janikowski is a AA kickoff guy, so we get a 42, and so 42 is 60 plus 9, which is so 69 yarder. So that's 4 yards deep in the end zone. And Tyreek Hill is going to take the touchback, and so Kansas City will get the ball first. From their own 25. And so we do, what I put here is a little mark for each possession. I try to put an indicator. And so you're just going to have to trust my play calling and all this stuff, that it's on the up and up, because I'm not going to show you the chart necessarily. It's easily found at the PLAAY website. And so that's going to be an outside run for a 36 on first down with a 1. That will be a safe defense. And the Chiefs' starting tailback is Spencer Ware in this game. So he is a C-rated rusher, and it's a 66. So we check defender I. So that would be the defensive tackle, and on first and second down, that'll be Stacy McGee. And he is not a run two, so it's going to be a 6-yard gain for Spencer Ware. And so with the method of timing that I use at this point, that's a 35-second runoff because the clock continues to run. So that's 14:25, second and 4 from the 31. Now, I should try to zoom this a little more. Actually, give me a second here. I'm going to try something. Okay, so you should see this. Let's just, since I've got some time today, I'm off today, so okay, so it's a little grainy, but as you can see right here, what I do for a run play is I put R for run, and then where, and then the yardage. And so that's how I do that. If there's a penalty, then I would usually take it to the next, sort of like the next column. I try to keep it column-wise. If the penalty's on the offense and it would wipe out the play, I usually just cross it off, so that way when I do my tabulations, I guess that's the trouble with having a zoom, is then when I try to do the other scene, I can't do that. So just a moment, I gotta reset this. And I don't know if there is a way in this program to actually zoom. Well, I guess maybe what I could do is yeah, it won't let me do that. All right, well, we tried. So I'll try to show you the other things that I do and notate when I do passes, etc., etc. So second down and 4. Lucky to get a 46 on this roll. That won't affect any penalties or anything. So 46 is a short pass, and a 17 is a pass defense. So a good guess here by the Raiders defense to try and thwart Kansas City. And we're going to go ahead and target Macklin with this first pass. Jeremy Macklin, and 25 are either A, Sean Smith, he is not, or H, defensive end, Jihad Ward. Neither of those guys are two pass Guys, so instead it's just going to be an incompletion, so I use an X for incomplete. It's a 10-second play. And so 3rd and 4 from the 31 on 3rd down. It's a shorter run play. Not a run play, but it will be a run here because of 12. Well, you know it won't. Let's see. Kansas City -1. Yes. That is an inside run against a safe defense. So we'll see if we will have Spencer Ware try to run this. Sharkandrick West would be a 3rd down back if it weren't for a short yardage situation. Although we could, let's say West here. We're going to have West come in. He's a C runner. 43. So SB is the running back, so it would be West. He is not a 2-run, neither would have been Ware. So that's a 1-yard gain, and they will come up short on 3rd down, so it'll be 4th and 3 from the 32, and that'll be 13-40, and so that will be a punt by Colquitt coming. A little too deep in your own territory to think about going for it there. So, routine punt chart for Colquitt. It's a 63, which means that we go to the punt block chart, which doesn't mean there's going to be a punt block. It just means that there's a chance. 51, punt block of A, 44-yard punt, no return, and he is rated A. So 44, and it's going to get down. Jalen Richard doesn't have a chance to return. And that will end Kansas City's first possession. And so anytime we have a play that only ends with a clock stoppage, like a punt or change of possession, 10-second runoff, so 13:30 is the time, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Oakland. At the, let's see, 42, 48, 38, 28, and 24-yard line. That's where Derek Carr will go to work. Gonna hydrate. Not really hydrate. Soda doesn't really hydrate you. But it sure does taste good. Okay, so Oakland offense out on the field. So a 21. Again, it's black die first. It'll be an inside running play. And that will be against a safe defense. So Latavius Murray is out, injured. He's inactive. So DeAndre Washington is the 1st down back. 1st and 2nd down. And so he's a D inside rusher. 65. We check K on, which is a defensive end, on the Kansas City 3-4 defense. And is he a run 0? And on 1st and 2nd down, it'll be Jay Howard. He is a run 1. So he's not a run 0. It's going to be a 1-yard gain for Washington. So that'll take us to 12:55, 2nd and 9 from the 25. Looks like this, because they are -2 on this little factor, that's going to become a medium pass play, and they're going to dial that up against the Kansas City blitz. So let's see if Carr can beat them. So they're going to call on Amari Cooper here for the first pass play. 55 is going to be an unusual result roll. So we re-roll the dice. That's a 15. So it's going to be a 15-yard grab. So for passes that are complete, I put a P in a circle. That'll be complete to Cooper, but a flag is down. So let's see what the penalty is going to be. 43. Well, the referee grabs his wrist. That's a holding call on the offense. And that play is going to come back. That's a 10-yard penalty. And so as I said before, I kind of cross it off so I don't tabulate it. And so it's going to be 2nd and 19 from the 15. 10 yards, or 10 seconds on the runoff as well, 45, because the play did occur. So now we're going to go from we have to go a little more, it's going to be a little more aggressive here in the play calling, screen pass against a blitz. So the play did work before, but it was called back. So they're going to, since it's long yardage, they're going to dump the screen to Seth Roberts, the receiver. So that's an 11. That pass is complete. The receiver tackled 1 yard short of a first down, so a 14-yard completion to Roberts. And so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. From the 20. That's not right. From the 33, right? That's actually that's not. That's an 18-yard play. That's why my math isn't working out. All right. So from the 33 short yardage situation, they're going to stick with. They're going to stick with Washington. It will be an inside run against a run defense. So 62F is inside linebacker. Is he a run 2? So on a running situation, it is going to be Ramik Wilson. And he is in run defense, so he is not a run 2. He's only a 1. He is not rated 0, so it's going to be a 2-yard game, but that will be a first down. So that will be Washington. He does pick it up. First down and 10 from the 35. So you may be asking, what is that all about? So when you have a play like that in the book here, it asks you F, which again is the inside linebacker. Is he a run 2? So Ramik Wilson, in the way I do it here, he is first down, but I would also use him in short yardage. So I can kind of overrule certain aspects. They're going to be thinking a run on that. So I would be saying it's him. And there is a little designation here about his, because he's got a variable rating. But that's only in pass defense. In run defense, he's a 1 pass, 1 run. And so because it's asked if he's a run 2, we go to no, but then in this column it has a secondary check. Is he a run 0, which means he would be bad. And if that were the case, then you get a big run out of it. But instead it's 2 yards. That's plenty enough for the Oakland first down. So just to try and kind of keep you aware of how this game works. So 11:35 left in the first quarter. It's going to be they're going to call a screen pass against, and they're going to guess right with a pass defense to try and thwart this. So let's see if Oakland can beat it here. They're going to throw to DeAndre Washington here. So 54H is the outside linebacker, and it'll be D Ford. Is he a 2 pass? They are in, so he is a 1+ in the pass game, which would mean that he would become a 2 in positive territory, so to speak, past the 50. Instead, since they're before the 50, D Ford is still a 1, so he's not a 2 pass. So it's going to be a 6-yard gain for Washington through the air. Ford has a chance to tackle him, and it doesn't get to it, so that'll make a 2nd and 4 from the 41 of Oakland. Okay, 34 is going to be an outside run against 15. Outside run against a pass, so this is We will be using pass-related options from the Kansas City defense here, so typical second down and long type stuff, or third down defenders against, we're going to give Richard a chance here because Washington's been in on 2 plays in a row. So 24 are either A or C, a run 0. Steven Nelson is A. He's the cornerback. So that will trigger the yes column. It's going to be the runner breaks a tackle, 10-yard plus 1 die gain. So Richard is going to get a 16-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. So Oakland on the move. 10:25 left, first and 10. That'll be down to the 43 of Kansas City. And it's going to be a medium pass, so a little bit longer. They're going to try and spread the field a little bit, stretch it out. Safe defense, so you're going to have to find a window here between some defenders. They're going to target Crabtree on this. 32. So the tight end, Michael Rivera, is he 0 pass? He is not. He's a 1. So it's going to be to the extra yardage for the medium pass column. So a chance at a longer gain here for Oakland. 26. So is quarterback X greater than 5? He is a 4. So nope. So it'll be a 19-yard gain for Crabtree, and that'll be a first down. Down to the 24-yard line. So already 7 plays on this drive. Another medium pass. This will be against a run defense. Of course, couldn't have worked out much better than last time, so they're going to try throwing again to Cooper here. His other pass was denied on so that's going to be good. He is a single A completion, so it'll be Q. We're going to have to target an alternate receiver. We will make that we will make that Rivera for Q, which is 11 yards, is another first down. Down to the 13. Could have given it to Crabtree. So a blitz coming with the screen pass. This could that's a nice play call against the blitz here. Let's see if I'm going to throw it to Washington again. This would actually finish him off as far as the R category goes. 52. E, a 2 pass. E is going to be outside linebacker Frank Zombo, and he is not. So it's going to be complete for an 11-yard gain, and Washington that's going to bring it right down to the 2-yard line. First and goal. So 8:40 left in the first quarter, and they are knocking on the door. They're going to bring in Richard here as actually they will use Washington here. So we're going to use the short yardage chart. It's a 21, which is an inside run against the blitz. See if they can knock them back here. So Washington, a D-rated inside runner. 53, they are not the home team. Home defense buries runner for a loss of 1. So they get right up to the doorstep here, and now they get knocked back, one back to the 3, second and goal. Richard's going to come in for this play, so we'll see if they go to a run here or if... Well, it's going to be a short pass against a run defense. And they're going to throw that short pass to see, they will throw it to Crabtree. 23. A zero pass? No, he's a 1. That's Nelson. And H on a second and short would be D Ford. He is also not a zero pass, so it's going to be deflected up for grabs Y chart. So the Y chart is the interception chart. Carr is a 1, so it's got to be a 14 or below, and so it's going to be an incompletion since it's a 61. So 3rd and goal. Third and goal from 3. Richard's in there, and it's going to be a short pass. There's no mediums. Well, actually, if we go to the third, if we go through the 3-yard, 3rd and 3 yards, that's actually considered a screen pass roll. So we will use the screen, and that is against. It looks like against the safe. So they do dial up something. They aren't going to go with run. They're going to go with safe. And the screen, they will throw it to Richard here. Richard in on 3rd down. 53. C, a 2 pass. Eric Berry is a 2 pass. Wrapped up after the catch, no gain. So the pass was complete to Richard. As tempting as it is to go for it right there, they've got 3 yards. They are going to take the field goal attempt from Janikowski. And that would be a 30-yard field goal. Excuse me, a 20-yard field goal. And so all he has to do is keep it out of the unusual results, which it is. That's a 42. Wait, let's see. His field goal, he's quad A, so that's good from 37. That's actually the worst, one of the worst rolls you can get here. But that is good. And so with 7:10 remaining in the first, it will be Oakland 3, Kansas City nothing. So they get deep in there, but just come up short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 play drive. Chewed up 6 minutes and 6:20 of time. And they will be kicking off. Again, as they did to start the game, Oakland on the kickoff. And that will be 63-9 to 72. And, yeah, Hill is going to go with the touchback again. So Kansas City will start at the 25. With no time elapsing there, 1st and 10, 25. All right. So Alex Smith has yet to complete a pass. Only ran 3 offensive plays. Ooh, and that is a long pass throw right there against a blitz. Sense the blitz. Now it's just a matter of can the protection hold up. They're going to throw it. They're going to throw to Conley here deep. 16. Alex Smith is a trip A, which is going to be a completion to Conley, but it's only going to be for the sum of these two, which is going to be A. You can't see it, unfortunately. I need to. Okay. I'll do this. It's an 11-yard gain, so that's going to be a 1st down. Let's see. How can I? Okay. That'll be a little better. I'm also going to stand up here because I'm... Actually, what I probably should try to do is... be right back. Hold on just a second.
I don't
Oh, well, back from the break. Timeout called by the officials on that play. So, but and this thing's still kind of tilted back, didn't it? Okay, let's... Okay. Had to put on a county-wide hunt for a remote control, and luckily it was located before any further disasters happen. Okay, so there's going to be an inside run play against a safe defense on first down. And it will be Spencer Ware getting the carry. I'll already write it down here on the sheet. And a 52. They are the home team, so it will be XR. So the run, extra run, 14. So is K, which is the defensive end. And unfortunately for the Kansas City Chiefs, that is Khalil Mack, who is a stud. He is a run too, so there's going to be no gain for Ware. So tough roll right there for the Chiefs. That'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 36. Outside run. They're going to bring in West for this one. Actually, they're going to, they will go with Tyreek Hill because it's 2nd and long. Tyreek Hill will come in against the safe defense. And so Tyreek Hill, he's got a note that on his first 2 carries, he gets a triple A, a quad A grade for the outside run, plus he gets to add 3d6s to his total if it's a gain. But it's going to be an unusual result, and so the unusual result is going to be no gain and a potential for a fumble. And we check the line chart for fumbles. We re-roll. 44 is I rated 0. And Stacy McGee on 2nd down is rated 1, so that is going to be a turnover, but there's also going to have to be a video review. It will be recovered by McGee. And that will be a turnover. Now let's see, we go to this video review. I'm going to go to the V1 chart and see if it can tell anything if the runner was down. 64, it will be reversed, so lucky break there for the Chiefs. They got video evidence that his knee was down, so it will be 3rd and 10 from the 36, so a big break for Kansas City. So, but it'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 36. 5:50 remaining in the first half and the first quarter. 41 with that long. It's going to be medium versus pass defense. And they're going to try throwing this Travis Kelce. 51. David Emerson is not a 0 pass, so but he's rated 1, so it'll be it was covered, but he's able to dump it off to an alternate receiver. So we will have that alternate receiver be Albert Wilson. And we take the sum of 2 dice. If it's over 10, then it's a first down. But it's going to be 7. And that will bring their drive to an end, 4th and 3 from the 43. And it's a little early, and the score is way too close to be giving an easy a short field on that kind of a opportunity. And you have to be past the 45-yard line. They're only on the 43, so it's got to be a regular punt for Colquitt. Second punt of the game. First one went 44. Second one, another 63. So another potential punt block. That's a 46. And that's going to be a 15-yard punt out of bounds. So that's bad luck right there. 46, 15-yard punt. And so far, the Raiders have had things falling their way. So with 5:05 left, Oakland 3-0. They get the ball on the 42-yard line, on their own 42. So all right. So Oakland opening up their second possession. They're going to try a screen against a run defense. Let me see. What was it? So Washington is unable to be the target of a screen, and Roberts is close too. So they're going to screen it off to Cooper this time, since he has yet to have a reception. And so his J is 0 pass. Dontari Poe is yes, he is. So going to be a 6-yard gain for Cooper. It's up to the 48-yard line. Second and 4. Carr currently, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 for 8. Here in the early going. That's another screen. This time against the pass defense. Now they're going to try to run this screen to Richard. 62. G a pass 0. Derek Johnson in pass coverage is a 0. So he's got a little note up here that says is rated 0 and 0 plus in pass defense. So that's going to be XS. So this is to Richard. Would this be his second pass reception? It would be. Wow. So 16, J 2 pass. J is Poe, and he is not. So it's going to be a 9-yard gain. That'll be a first down. Nice. That's 43 of Kansas City. Well, I guess the way that I should be playing this is I don't like targeting guys that have reached their usage limit for passes, but I think you have to. It's just if they don't, if it's an R, if it's a pass, if it's a reception that contains R yardage, then it has to be an incompletion. So you kind of put yourself at a disadvantage here. So this is going to be a longer pass. This is a medium against safe. And they're going to try to fit it into Crabtree here. 13. They're going to need an alternate receiver. It'll be Cooper. And that'll be Q yards for the first down, an 11-yard gain, and they're getting some good stuff going here in this early going. 1st and 10 from the 32. 3:20 left in the quarter. And another screen against safe. And they'll screen it off to Washington. Let's see how this works out. 63. J is not. So this is a case where Dontari Poe is a 0 plus. So because we're in plus territory, he is a 1. So he's not a 0 pass. It's going to be hit immediately, no gain. So the pass complete to Washington. 2nd and 10. So 45. That's another screen, this time against a pass. I'm going to screen it to Cooper. G is 0. That's Derek Johnson, which again, this is pass defense. He is a 0. It's going to be XS again. So Cooper, 16 again. This is the same check. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. So how does that happen? But it's only going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 1 because it was 2nd and 10. Basically called the same play. How about that? So 3rd and 1, short yardage situation. It'll be Jalen Richardson. And they will call an inside run. And it will be a run. It's going to actually be a safe defense. Richard rated AAA. If it's a low number, it could be really good. 24, it's going to have to be checking I and G. So defensive check. I is going to be short yardage Chris Jones. He's not a run 2. He's a 1 runner. G, it's going to be Derek Johnson. He's also a 1, so neither a run 2. So it's going to be a 1-yard gain. That'll be a 1st down. So they just barely squeak it out here. And so just to show you, although it's tough to see, I don't have the autofocus on. Tell you what, since we're in the midst of a longer video anyway, let's do you a favor here. I wish they could put this button in the regular old. So, but what I can do is I can put this up here, and this should autofocus a little bit. Right? Let's see. Maybe not. How about that? I lied. Anyway, I wanted to try and just give you a feel for how this mechanism works, but let's just not worry about it now. I can just kind of show you, and you can just do the best you can. This shows you, so first quarter, I or G. So if you've got a little dot in here, it means or. So if you see I or G, are either of them run 2. And that's why neither of them were, and that's why they barely get it. They would have lost 4 yards if either of them had been a tough run stuffer. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 22. And it's going to be a medium pass against, again, this thing keeps wanting to move a little bit. It's the weight of it. I don't know if you can see it, 16. That's a pass play, so they're going to guess right. I'm going to try throwing it to Crabtree here down the field to see if they can get a 1st down, maybe a touchdown. 63. G, a 0 pass. Derek Johnson again in pass defense is a 0. So he is open. There's open space over the middle. It's an R plus 1 die roll 4. So it's going to be R for Crabtree's 11 and 4 is 15-yard pass. It's a 1st down, and they're going to be down inside the 10. Derek Carr and company are on fire here. With 1 minute left here in the first quarter. 1st and goal from the 7. So it's going to be a safe defense, and it's going to be a screen pass. And they're going to screen it off this time to Seth Roberts. It's going to be a little outside screen. 35 is the running back, a 0 pass. So on first down, that would be DeAndre Washington, and he is. So they're going to be chased out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of 3. Caught by Roberts, but out of bounds. 3 yards behind. So at the 10, second and goal. .35 outside run against safe. It's going to be DeAndre Washington here. Outside run, he's AAA. 32 is the right tackle. A run 2. It's Vidal Alexander, and he's not. So it's going to be a 2-yard gain for Washington. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Oakland 3. Kansas City 0. So, if you're a Chiefs fan, they ran a total of 9 plays if you count the punts. So 7 plays outside of punts. And Oakland pretty much ruled the first quarter. But they are definitely, this is definitely still quite a game. But we'll be back at some point here either today or tomorrow, and I'm going to try and play out the rest of this game over the next couple days, just because once you get this kind of thing started, you want to keep it going. But I need to tabulate up my stats. We already have a couple of guys, and a guy just a minute ago, Seth Roberts, reached his usage limit. So, you know, when that starts happening, it just brings things down a little bit. But you've got Derek Carr, who went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for 15 in the first quarter. Only 1 incompletion. Looking good, and we got this first quarter in under an hour. We'll be back in a little while. So yeah, if you like this stuff, hit the like button, please. Helps us gauge interest. And but in any regard, we will be back for second, third, and fourth quarter of this game throughout the weekend. Oakland 3-0 currently over Kansas City here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus YouTube channel. See you a little later.